Hey everyone, good morning. Bundling up. It is, let me see if I can flip this around. Let me show this to you. It's crazy. You can't really see, but the wind is like quite epic. So you see gusts, but you can kind of see them. It's hard, I can see them a lot better here, but it's a very different day than yesterday. Woke up to a freaking blizzard. So anyway, there you go. There you go. So it's winter. So yesterday was funny. So today is the 19th and I read the 18th. Yesterday was the 18th and I read the 19th. So today I'm going back and reading the 18th and then I'll flip-flop them once these are both done. Hey Lauren, how are you? Happy to have you here live. So, and again, this is out of the 365 days to Embracing Forbidden Emotion, a daily guide to peace and fulfillment. So, how would you nurture her if you were the mother of little you? Chris Carr. Such a... let me show you my little me. So, I have this picture, which I've shown before. It's kind of hard to see with the glare of the computer, but that was me. I was 6 in first grade. And that's my little Catholic uniform, and that's the year, which is interesting, I would say, that my first grade teacher, who is a nun, beat welts into my hand. So I highly recommend that you have a photo of yourself, because I look at that picture of me and I literally think, how could someone have beaten that child? And it's easier, I think, for us to connect when we look at it that way than trying to like, oh, do I have an inner child? I get it can be very confusing for people. That has been profoundly helpful to me. So, and it's been my screensaver on my phone many, many times. So whatever way you can connect with it. And she's right there, right next to me. So, again, how would you nurture her if you were the mother of little you? Chris Carr. My wounded inner child wants to feel accepted and loved. It's a great question for me to ponder. How would I nurture my wounded inner child self? As I ponder this, I might be guided in ways to really reparent my inner child and to give to myself what I never got. I give my wounded inner child a voice. I listen to this part of me. I honor this part of me. I care for this part of me. I'm present to this part of me. I tap into and through anything my wounded inner child needs to. What can change for me as I learn to nurture my wounded inner child? I will answer this for myself. Only everything can change for the better. Thought for the day. Today I can find one thing to do for my little self, so I practice accepting this nurturing and loving, nurturing and loving this part of me. And as I go through here, I have to circle things. I think I got the very first copy ever printed off Amazon, and my publisher's like, oh, there's stuff in there. So that's not the right one, but that's what I'm reading out of. So again, I get it can be a disconnect for people sometime, and John Bradshaw is the first person that I know of that really coined the idea that we have an inner child, and I would call it the wounded child. And that's the part of us, and when we see it that way, we start to see our character adaptations, as I like to call them, the ways we adapt to survive in a really different way. We're so riddled with self-judgment and so riddled with being hard on ourselves, and yet when we can connect, and that part of us that's wounded is making decisions for us. If you saw a little child doing that, I doubt you'd really get mad at them. I mean, we all get mad at our kids, we've all done that, but I doubt if you saw and knew that child was struggling to survive, I doubt you'd be like, oh, put your big girl pants on and buck up. Put your big boy pants on and, big boys don't cry. All the bullshit that we're fed that's anything but nurturing. And to me, as I started writing this was really the point of this book, was to help us detox from this toxic environment that we've all grown up in, where the world is telling us who we should be, how we should behave, what should be in our bank account, the house we should live in, the car we should drive, how we should look, the weight we should be, how we should age, and how should we stop aging? If ever there's an oversight in our solar system, there's one. You're aging, okay? So that really has been the premise of this book, is to every day to read something that can help to detoxify from the programming that we have in our culture that can help us see things in a different way. And slowly over time, if you do that for a year, you don't have to start on January 1st. If you do that for a year, even just take those moments once a day and read through that, maybe reread it, because that helps me too. And you start to unhook from the culture that we live in that's insane, that teaches us all kinds of crazy stuff and crazy paradigms. So that's it. And then lastly, anyone, I have on Friday a free call about the transformational tapping certification that's going to start now the end of March. I moved the dates back just to give myself and the web guy time to make sure that everything's in place and do it properly. And so that's a free call where you can ask questions if you're interested in that at all. And just know that that's coming. So Lauren, I love your name, Lauren Dudley. That sounds like a movie star. Diane Valenti, hello, how are you? I love to see you here too. Nice to see you. Always miss your face, miss your voice. So you guys take really good care, and anyone that watches this replay, and have a great rest of your day. And see you back here tomorrow, and then I'll switch the dates on these when this is posted. Bye.